causes and drivers of such performance. Are those who excel in the workplace mobile free agents with highly portable skills, or is their performance primarily driven by adept use of the resources of the organization in which they thrive? An answer to this question, even an answer less cut and dried than popular wisdom or theoretical formulations, could shed new light on pressing managerial questions about how to hire, develop, compensate, and retain talent. Though this is a book about a specific profession, it presents evidence drawn from other positions and professions, ranging from CEOs to football players, to maximize the applicability of its findings. And though the book addresses a long-standing academic debate about human capital, it is also intended for practitioners on the corporate front lines and for individual professionals with a personal stake in questions about career management and workplace success. Finding a population to study. Chasing Stars began with an effort to identify a suitable labor market in which to compare the performance of exceptional workers before and after a move to a new employer. If conducted rigorously, a study of this kind could reveal a good deal about the portability of talent and even about talent itself. But such a labor market would have to fulfill several requirements. The first such requirement, and the hardest to meet, was shared, objective, and publicly available criteria for measuring performance. Very few professions outside of individual sports pit their members against each other in a systematic and public way. Who is to say whether a brain surgeon in Albuquerque is more or less skilled than her counterpart in Cleveland? How would we go about comparing physicists or litigators or software engineers or even basketball coaches? We systematically considered a number of professions, including academics, accountants, advertising creatives, architects, athletes, consultants, engineers, inventors, lawyers, money managers, and programmers. Some professions proved unsuitable because of a lack of reliable mobility and performance data, or because jobs that sound comparable actually differ. Two lawyers or two accountants with identical job titles, for instance, may perform very different jobs. Creatives in advertising are rated competitively by their clients, but their jobs are not strictly comparable. Also, some ratings reward creativity while others emphasize an ad's effectiveness. Athletes were an appealing population because of the wealth of statistics on their performance, but they are not a good proxy for knowledge workers. Academics were also attractive from the perspective of data, but the long interval between completing research and publishing it, during which a job change would make it tricky to decide which university to credit for contributing to an individual's success, and the impact of tenure on publication both represent confounding factors. We finally found a suitable labor market on Wall Street. For a handful of reasons that we will explore more fully in Chapter 2, investment banks' research departments turned out to be a near-ideal real-world laboratory for assessing the portability of talent. Wall Street equity analysts, who follow companies and stocks in particular industries and share their insights with their firm's institutional clients, are assessed annually according to standardized measures. Since 1972, a respected trade journal, Institutional Investor, has compiled and published an annual ranking of the best stock analysts in each industry. Institutional Investor awards its rankings by asking hundreds of institutional investors to rank the analysts on whose research they have relied in the preceding year. These rankings are viewed on Wall Street and by academics as a reliable proxy for performance. Research departments collect voluminous data of other kinds about their analysts, as do information intermediaries like Thomson Financial, allowing for simultaneous examination of the impact of various variables on performance. Detailed data on moves between employers is also readily available for top-rated analysts. Furthermore, the labor market for analysts, though large enough to produce